For analysis on North Korea, which has become very topical this week, kind of surprisingly, Victor Cha joins me now, and I'm glad he is. He is the president of Geopolitics and Foreign Policy at the Department at the Center for Strategic and International Studies. He also serves as their Korea chair. Victor, it's good to have you with us. The president said yesterday something that had not been said before by a U.S. president, that North Korea has 57 nuclear weapons and that it's under control. How did you respond to that?
Well, it's a very specific number, 57. I can't really comment on where he got that from. When he says it's under control, I think what he's talking about, Major, is that he feels the North Korean leader has been respectful to him in the sense that they have not done a major nuclear test or major ICBM test during Trump's second term in office. They certainly did a whole bunch during the first year of his first term in office, and they did a whole bunch during the Biden administration when there were also no dialogue with North Korea. So in that sense, I think President Trump has talked about how Kim has been respectful and that he's seeking a dialogue with the North Korean leader.
And yet they launched, that is to say North Korea, 10 short-range ballistic missiles after the president said some complimentary things about Kim Jong Un and suggested possibly a summit later this year, and also downsized scheduled military exercises with South Korea. How should we read that?
So the North Korean volley of missiles, these short-range missiles, I think were largely in response to these annual exercises that the U.S. and South Korea hold. They do this virtually every time. For President Trump, I think that's just water off his back because he's never really cared about the short-range ballistic missiles. He's always focused on the intercontinental ballistic missiles that could theoretically reach the United States. So again, I think they're both positioning to try to set up some sort of dialogue. When they talk about the fall or the end of the year, I think that's really North Korea's preference because I would imagine they want to wait till after our U.S. midterm elections, where they think they will have more leverage on the president if he does not do well or his party does not do well in those elections.
Victor, you wrote a piece in the Washington Post with this headline: Iran can't have nuclear weapons, but North Korea can. There's logic here. Help my audience see that logic.
Yeah, so the interesting thing there is the president seems to be going in opposite directions on Iran and North Korea. In the case of Iran, he said very clearly in an absolutist fashion that Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. And yet with the decision to cancel military exercises with South Korea, he's clearly sending a signal to North Korea that he wants to talk, even though this is a country that has scores of nuclear weapons, whether it's 50, 57, 60. They have lots of nuclear weapons, several delivery systems. And I think the president's just being pragmatic in the sense that in the case of Iran, it's a nascent program and you had a chance to take it out. In the case of North Korea, it's quite advanced. And so the realistic thing is to try to negotiate towards the goal of eventual denuclearization. But that will take a lot of time.
Take a lot of time. And in the meantime, what every U.S. president has tried to do is just contain that threat in the region as best as possible. Victor Cha, Center for Strategic and International Studies, I appreciate your time very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.